Today we're going to be talking about 9 penny stocks that will be spiking in February 2019. This is one of my favorite types of videos because it's one of the rare times that I could say undeniably that there will be massive movements in price action. Now, this is not because I'm Nostradamus, but rather because of the fact that these companies literally tell you the exact dates and sometimes exact time spans price action changing events will occur. Examples would be FDA approvals or positive trial results, as well as product launches. Now, as always, because you know that a lot of work goes into researching these stocks, all I ask for in return from you is that you hit that like button and also subscribe if you see value in these picks, as well as the different strategies that we talk about in this video. Anyways, the first stock we're going to be talking about is SCYX. So they will be releasing their phase 3 data in February 2019. If you're wondering if trial results are going to be negative or positive, look no further than the recent acquisition of 25,000 new shares by their CEO just yesterday, a week or two before trial data release. Now, one of the best ways to figure out what is happening inside a company is by looking at the share purchases and sales by key people within said company. While these people can make movements to throw you off their scent, oftentimes with these small companies you could see hints of what's going on in plain sight. Now, this is all fine and dandy, but as traders and smart investors, we also want to confirm our hypothesis using price action. The CEO buying a bunch of shares before a big release is a sign in the right direction, but it's not exactly a shoo-in quite yet. So SCYX has this consistent sell-off, but then look at what we have here. A solid upward reversal right at the end of 2018 and then towards the beginning of 2019. We see this consistent gap up above the SMA line and positive momentum on the MACD. Now, this price action signals that people are buying up these shares and most likely anticipating some sort of positive phase 3 data. They also have ambitious plans and a focus on development of their antifungal agent, which could be a very profitable and revenue generating product for them. Now, they have a target price of $5.29 from most brokers and analysts, but I don't care what the analysts say, but you might, so I'll include the picture anyways. I actually think that 529 is pushing it because that's literally right under 3-year resistance. So we'd have to see some groundbreaking changes in order to break that. But that being said, it's a good idea to acknowledge the massive amount of upward potential versus the relatively low amount of downward potential. Okay, stock number 2. The next stock we're going to be talking about is TCON. TCON is actually going to be a very interesting play this month because it has 2 sets of data being released for 2 completely different products. On February 16th of 2017, they announced their phase 3 dosage, but the interim analysis is due Q1 of this year. But oftentimes this comes out mid-quarter, so it's highly likely that we see this sometime, most likely slightly after their announcement at the conference where they present their phase 1 data of their other project. So the combination of these 2 different projects lead the investor to a lot of different opportunities that they can take in order to take a profitable position this month. Fundamentals out of the way, let's focus on the price action. TCON has had a slow but consistent run up since the new year, which is a good sign for me. That being said, we see the MACD showing positive momentum, but also warning signs of an impending reversal with the blue MACD line crossing under the yellow signal line. That being said, if we see strong phase data this month and a continued run up, I'd be more tempted to take a position. The next stock that we're going to be talking about is SNNA. Now, they said they would be releasing phase 3 data in late January, early February, but we are closing in. We are closing in near the end of January, so it's looking more and more likely that we are going to be seeing this in February. But anyways, this phase 3 data can really make or break the stock. If you look at the price action, it has what I call the spike ability factor. Now, what this means is that the stock is susceptible to quick spikes of about 50% or more. We could see this clearly as it went from 205 to 38, which is just shy of doubling, but most importantly, it shot down right after that. So the reason that this is a good thing to identify is because that means that if we see a catalyst in either direction, such as the aforementioned positive or negative trial data, then we are going to be more likely to see a massive reaction of share value and then a subsequent correction to the overreaction. This offers several opportunities to buy in, but what I'd be careful to note is that it's key to buy in when you get a discounted or at least a fair value entry point on the RSI. Number 4 is CBIO. CBIO will be releasing their phase 2 data February 6th through 8th, but what I really like about this stock comes down to the price action. Now, obviously, we see this massive downward trend, which I don't love, but if you blow up the chart into 20-day chunks, you can see the price action is prone to having these like 80% or more run-ups within a small period and then a subsequent sell-off. This creates a lot of opportunity to repeat buy when the RSI is indicating it is oversold and sell out when the RSI is indicating that it is overbought. Moreover, most of these spikes aren't caused by any substantial news, but rather speculation. These spikes are caused by speculation. So if we see good news come out that's not speculation, such as good news at the conference on February 6th through 8th, we could see a massive run-up that will likely trump the run-ups that we have seen thus far. Also, the share price has stayed pretty close to its low at 6.2. It has a lot more upward potential than downward potential, and thus you could make the case for taking a speculative position even before the news comes out, but I'm not going to make that case just because I like to have solid amounts of price action with catalysts in terms of these penny stocks. MTFB is another stock that we'll be watching. This is stock number 5. Now, I should mention that technically, according to the IRS, penny stocks are measured as any stock valued under $5. And so most of the stocks on this list are either under $5 or have a recent history of dipping to under that $5 threshold in order to qualify for this list. So if you're wondering how I'm using or if I'm sloppily using the definition of penny stocks to make this list, this is actually the quota that I'm going by, the IRS's official definition, and as well as the threshold. So anyways, MTFB is working on this acute bacterial skin and skin structure infection solution. Their due date for the PDUFA is February 13th. Now, this isn't a trial release date. PDUFA means that the drug already got the next stage and will be going through an expedited process for approval through the FDA. Now, this is important because oftentimes we'll see this steady run-up in anticipation of this process being completed, and this could make for a great play. Also, the MACD is indicating some pretty quality momentum, so I'm looking forward to this stock's price action in February. Okay, so the next stock is ARTX. Now, this is a defense and security products company that has some beautiful, and I'll say beautiful price action. Most notably, this beautiful run-up almost all of 2018, and then a sell-off, and then boom, another consistent run-up so far this year. What I really like about this is that now we are nearing the previous high at 335, so if we see it break above that resistance level, we could see an extremely profitable play. Digging deeper into the price action, we also see this more consistent break above the SMA line, which, if continued, could be another sign of an uptrend. Add that to the MACD holding above positive momentum and not showing signs of a downtrend, and you have yourself a solid play. Also, I should note that this stock is also being upgraded by several analysts, but most analysts are monkeys, so who cares about their opinion? Now, the next one is actually a value play, which isn't something I generally recommend with penny stocks, but I actually see some longer term potential with this one. But due to the fact that my argument is based more on fundamentals of the company than on technical analysis, I should warn you that this is slightly more speculative than the other positions. That being said, it is based on an increasing revenue and positive uptrend sign, so it's a worthy position to think about if you're thinking of a longer term swing position. This stock enjoyed a bit of a run up with some strong news in August, but this largely sold off and it looks like we are in the beginning of a reversal. Now here we have a company that has year over year consistently grew their revenue and often profit, but yet continues to have a pretty low trading price and continues to sell off. Now the claim that I'm making with this is that this price is definitely below fair value. And while it looks as though we'll continue to see some selling off, I think this will be a good position to take if we see some signs of an uptrend in February. Also, if you want to know more about how to tell if stocks are undervalued, I have an RSI video, which is one of my favorite indicators that indicate whether you're getting a good deal on a stock or not, and I'll put a link to that in the description below. Okay, next stock is Mad Men. No penny stock would be complete without at least one marijuana play. Now, this stock, MMNFF, has had a massive sell-off from $7.57 down to current price at about $3. Now, this is obviously a horrible sell-off, but this is not based in fundamentals, as we see their revenue has increased 40%. 40% quarter over quarter, and more importantly, the company has licenses for over 70 retail stores. That being said, we want to wait until we see a consistent rise above the SMA line and some positive momentum on the MACD. This could be a great play in February. Just make sure you get in when the price is below fair value on the RSI so that you can maximize your upward potential and minimize your downward potential. It's all about leveraging the odds of success. Also, I should add that there is actually a massive amount of upward potential. Okay, the next stock that we're going to be talking about is EOLS. Now, EOLS is right at the line where it wouldn't be considered a penny stock, but at its lows, it is right over at that line. So I hope that it's fine that I included it in this list because I guess by definition, it's not really a penny stock. I think that it's super worth watching. EOLS will be releasing additional third quarter highlights on February 2nd, and it has rapidly decreasing short interest, which shows increased bullish sentiment for the stock. The biggest thing that I'll be watching with the stock is for a strong release on February 2nd, because there's a massive amount of upward potential all the way up to $39.50. Anyways, I hope that this video was helpful. As always, I recommend doing your own research and, looking into each of the different stocks. There's other stocks that will make great plays in February, but these are the ones that I will be watching most closely. Furthermore, I invite you to become a part of our ZipTrader Circle Facebook community. It's really a great place for learning how to trade, learning about penny stocks, learning about all different, if you're trading natural gas, if you're trading whatever. It's a great place to interact with other Zip traders as well as with me. And I also post nightly watch lists. So instead of these monthly watch lists, I post every single night. I'll post a list of the stocks that I'm watching, as well as why I'm watching them and what I think might happen or what might not happen. Anyways, have a good day, folks, and I'll see you in the next video.